Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Laurie. This is yoga et or yoget. We'll have to work on that. If there is anybody out there who has a good sense of etymology, you might be able to help me on that one. So welcome to yoget number 2. This is a 10-minute session, so it's nice and short and brief for you to be able to fit in. I'm going to focus on the pelvis and the hips today, the low back area. So it's kind of moving into a new region of the body. So come into a comfortable seated position. I'm going to recommend you sit on a blanket or something to slightly elevate the pelvis. I am on a block at the moment. I'm going to move that block, bring that behind me, and extend the legs into a wide V. All right. Just feeling that stretch sensations in the adductors, right? So a lot of these thigh muscles are connected to the hips. Now remembering these short yogets are really designed for you to fit into the day, so you don't have to necessarily run off and grab your yoga clothing and create a space. You could just take a pause during the busy day. If you can, bend that right knee and bring the heel of the sole of that right foot against that extended left leg. Rotate towards the right side, towards the open side, into your twist, and then towards the other side unless you're pregnant. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders up. Now keeping that orientation towards the extended leg, grab a leg tie, or you can grab the back of the leg if you don't have one. Grab hold of the pelvis and Rolodex the hips forward and backwards, starting to feel that hamstring open up. Try to keep this spine long so you're really feeling a hinging motion rather than a flexion motion. Head stays at the top of the spine rather than bending forward or down. The next time you come forward, chin away from chest, look out past the foot, but sense the movement of the navel down the leg. So there's this sense of sit bones pushing back and navel traveling towards toes, toes towards navel. So you're feeling that length. Now if you're up here, that's fine, right? It's not a matter of how far you can come. It's a matter of finding the stretch sensations that are taking you into delicious discomfort, all right? I'll say that again, delicious discomfort. Your goal is not to recreate what someone else is doing. Your goal is to feel and sense the safety of your own body. You don't want to be moving into the pain range of motion. So find that hinge. Close the eyes, sense the sensation, and then be patient. It takes a good 20 seconds for the nervous system to catch up to what's happening. And then the nervous system will send an impulse encouraging the muscle or the tendon to relax. When you feel that release, you can lift up the ribs away from the hips, creating space. You can hinge a little further forward. And then slowly bring the head down towards the knee, rounding out the back. So you can think of 3 major areas whenever you do your own practice. The shoulders and neck area, top of the spine, down through the spine and the core of the body, area 2. And then the last area would be the hips and pelvis. And you can see in the hips and pelvis that the legs are heavily involved in that opening. Inhale, lift up, walk the hands back, pause for a moment and just notice the sensations. Bending that left knee, extend that right knee out. Curling the toes back is an integral part of this. Let's come into our twist, counterclockwise, clockwise over that right leg, and then counterclockwise. Back towards that right extended leg, and then holding that rotation and orientation, torso facing the leg. So the torso is not facing out here, the leg's not out here. You've got that adduction of the interior rotation or exterior rotation of the leg. You can hook up that foot with the strap. You can grab the back of the leg. You can use suction caps with the fingers down here. Toes curled back towards the shin. Wait for that 20 to 30 seconds, which is waiting for the nervous system to catch up. And then you might sense, oh, I'm going to release now and elevate ribs above the hips, create space, hinge at the hips so you keep that nice flip phone kind of movement. You're not rounding the back, but you're feeling this definitely in the hamstring. Wait another 30 seconds or so. And then rounding the head down towards the knee. This might invite the heart to move towards the toes. Toes always coming back towards the body. For 3, 2, 1. Use the hands to bring you up, not the back. Take it easy on the back. So we have 3 or 4 minutes, so let's bring the feet underneath you and then come up to a standing position. Come to the top of the mat, inhale, lifting up, exhale, forward fold. And this time take a giant step back with the left foot, drop the left knee, and drop the left toes. Inhale, slowly release, and bring the torso perpendicular to the hips. Grab hold of that front knee for a moment and simply hinge forward, feeling the weight come over that front foot, but feel how that stretches that back hip flexor and then press back. So getting into that back hip flexor. The next time you come forward, lift the hands up. And then bring both hands down onto that outside of that right thigh. You can either have one hand on the hip, come into a rotation, or you can come into prayer twist. Inhale, release, step up, hands to the mat, step back, downward dog. Just a small transition here. Left foot steps forward, drop the right knee, a little forward and backward, and then float back, perpendicular torso, hands to the knees. And then allow yourself to simply sway forward and backward, getting deep into that back hip flexor. The next time you come forward, inhale, lift the arms. Sweep both hands around to that left side, coming into a twist. Resist the temptation to drop the chin, or you can come into prayer twist. Exhale, release, and then come back for a moment just to simply feel the effect of those small stretches on the hips. Come into a comfortable seat. If you like a little more hip opening, you can bring the soles of the feet together. Close the eyes. And just notice the hip sensations that you've created. Just feeling the difference even a 10-minute yoga makes to your day. Bring your hands together in prayer position, let the head bow in gratitude. And allow yourself to reflect on the hips as you move forward today. Hip, hip, hooray. I move forward today. Namaste.